So you know how I told you I haven't been able to find rolling pins at a decent price? Well, guess what? Mom hit the mother load and got these plus more, and they were only $3 a piece. They're brand new Walmart mainstays rolling pins. Pretty sure these are $7 or $8 minimum in the store. So that's a heck of a deal we got on these. I'm going to go ahead and do these 5 for Christmas. I still have more we can do later. So we're going to do all upcycled rolling pins in this video. I hope you get lots of inspiration. We're going to do stamping. We are going to do decoupage, transfers, all of it. And we're going to make all these rolling pins beautiful for Christmas home decor. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. Rolling pin number 1 is getting Fusion Manor Green. I'm going to do the handles and everything in this Manor Green. Love this color. It's beautiful, and we're going to do a gold transfer over it. So this one's going to be very elegant. Fusion Mineral Paint has a built-in sealer. It's self-leveling, and as you can see, the coverage is absolutely amazing. I think I'm only going to have to do 1 coat on this one. This transfer is from Tinsel, I think. Let me make sure. Yes, this is one of the IOD Gold Gilded. This one is Tinsel. It's got some music in it, and I've cut it down to perfectly wrap around here. That's going to be gorgeous. All right. Let's see. How is the best way to do this? Slow and steady wins the race. I'm going to speed this up so you guys don't have to watch me transfer this entire thing at the rate that I'm actually doing it. But just know when you're doing these gold gilded transfers, slow and steady wins the race. That already looks amazing, but I have got some golden ticket here. I decided to go ahead and do the handles with some gold. I'm just burnishing this down really good with my hands. Like I said, this is the golden ticket liquid patina, and it goes perfectly over a dark color, which is why I went ahead and painted the handles with the green, and I only had to do 1 coat to get perfect coverage on this, and then I sealed the rest of the transfer up with some gold wax, and this one turned out so elegant. At this point, this one's my favorite, but stay tuned, that may change. I love how that rolling pin turned out for this second one. We're going to do a red and white theme, and I'm going to do 1 more transfer because I have been hanging on to this one for so long. I'm going to have to cut it up to get it to fit on here, but I think it's just going to make such an impact. So we're going to paint this white, and we're going to paint the handles red. I have got White Swan and DIY Marquee. DIY paint is a clay-based paint. It is heavily pigmented and it sticks to practically everything. So it was perfect for these wood handles with just one coat, and I will probably distress these anyway. White Swan is probably the color that I use most often. It makes a great base. All right, I had to cut this up into a few pieces. Hopefully I can get a lot on there. Let's see, I definitely want these and the old-fashioned Christmas candy, because I found this in my stash, a little jar of candy, and I think we're gonna add this into this project. So I'm just going to quickly put all these transfers on here. I did, because it's fast drying and easy, I took this outside and gave the whole thing a coat of spray polyacrylic sealer. It is easier to put transfers onto clay-based paint once it has been sealed and the sealer is completely dry. So I'm hoping I don't have any lifting. If I do, I'll just stop and let it dry longer. If you have never used an iron orchid design transfer, they're so easy and they can transform the most plain object into the most interesting. And there are so many available, most of which are on my website, susieonthefarm.com. This particular Christmas one is a retired one. I had just been hanging on to it a long time, but there are so many to choose from. Each transfer book comes with this little rubbing tool. As you can see, I'm always losing mine, so that is the reason for the blue painter's tape. It just helps me find them when I lose them on my table here. So I finally got all this transferred. This one did beautifully. That spray sealer worked out perfectly, and these went on like a dream. I was able to work out the placement and the spacing just like I wanted them. To make it a little extra, I ripped up a bunch of fabric. I just tore it out to around the same length. I will have to give it a little haircut. I'm just going to tie it and make a little messy rag bow to put that ornament on there. So with this one, you're getting this gorgeous rolling pin and this little candy ornament that has been cross-stitched. It's so cute, and I love how this turned out. Now this one's my favorite. But we're still going, so you never know. That could still change. To stamp on a couple of rolling pins, and I am going to use the IOD Holly and Pine stamp on this first one. Look at that. That tree is going to be beautiful, and all of these beautiful florals. I've only used this stamp one time, and it's so pretty. Okay, I think I picked out a couple of colors. We're going to do gypsy green on the handles, and I'm going to stick with the neutral in the middle and do sandy blonde. Whew. To stamp these on, to stamp rolling pins, the best way to do it is to actually roll your rolling pin over it. I need a lot of practice at this, y'all, and you'll see with the next project. This one actually turned out okay. I did not have to redo it. I just did it in 2 different pieces, and I decided to only go with that beautiful winter floral swag on this one. So there is the first one, and I like how subtle it is, and now we're going to go back with the second one on the other side. I think I had more ink on it this time, so it turned out a little bit darker. And for the rest, this one, that's it. I've sealed it up with some Big Top. I'm okay with the variations in color. I think this one is better simple. And to finish it off, I distressed the green and sealed the whole thing up. And like I said, this one's more simple, but sometimes simple is better, and I love this one as well. For the next rolling pin, I have just a little bit of that cashmere left in there. So I'm going to do the center with the cashmere, and then I'm going to paint the handles with mint green just to make this one a little bit different color variation, because we're going to be stamping on this one too. And for that, I am going to be using the Sugar Plum Fairy stamp with the nutcrackers in it. I've picked out the 2 nutcrackers, and initially I tried rolling them over together. As you'll see, that didn't work. It took me 3 tries to get this right, but sometimes that's just how it rolls. Here's the first try, and one of them turned out good. The other one, not so much, but I just painted over the whole thing and went back over it a second time. The second time, the first one did great. The second one was terrible. So that time I only had to paint over one of them, and then I stamped that one by itself, which was much easier than trying to roll over both of them at the same time. Once I finally got the stamping how I wanted it on here, I was like, what else can I add to these? So I had just a couple of pieces of cardstock laying there. I stamped the fairy and the words Sugar Plum Fairy on those. I'm going to cut one of them into a tag, then I'm going to round the edges on the other, ink all the edges, and then tie them onto this rolling pin using just a little bit of ribbon, and then that completes our 4th rolling pin. We have one more to go. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. All of these rolling pins and a couple more that I have done previously are available in the home decor section of my website. Oh, I also forgot to tell y'all that I reinforced the holes with some little eyelets. I have millions of these, so I thought I might as well make them a little bit more sturdy, and it only took just a couple of minutes to do that. Hey guys, Susie here. I wanted to jump on really quick since we just did those stamps in that rolling pin and made those tags. I wanted to tell you what I've done. I have been talking about it for a while now, and I finally hit record on my new YouTube channel. It's called Susie Scraps. It's all about junk journaling and paper crafts, which is something if you've been around a while, you know I'm super passionate about. So if you are too, and you want to learn a new craft, or maybe you're already into junk journaling and you're looking for some more inspiration, go ahead and subscribe to that channel. I have already prepared several videos, and I'll be releasing 2 of them this Sunday morning. So I hope that y'all will subscribe and share that channel out so I can get it growing, because it is so much fun. I hope I'll see y'all there. Take care. For our last rolling pin, we are going to use one of Connie Line's rice papers. This one is called Grandma Santa Mug, I think. It comes in this colored version and a sepia version. I absolutely love them both and knew I wanted to put one on a rolling pin. I started by painting the entire rolling pin with the very, very last of that cashmere, just to have a light base underneath. It's not absolutely necessary since the wood was light anyway. And then I like to mist my paper. That just helps me reduce wrinkles, which rice paper is very easy to decoupage with. And for that, I'm using Fusion Decoupage and Transfer Gel. It's a little thicker, and I like to use it when decoupaging rice paper. And I just made my way around this rolling pin. I'll put a little bit of the decoupage medium down, and then I will roll the paper onto it and then smooth out any wrinkles, adding another layer of this protective transfer gel over the top of the paper to seal it all in. And then I'm going to put it aside and let it dry. While it was drying, again, I went through my stash, you know, because I'm a little extra and I wanted to find something to put with this rolling pin. I found this little Santa ornament, and it was a little too bright, and this is where y'all might think I'm crazy. I actually had some tea and water in that little spray bottle, so I just sprayed it, set it aside, and let it dry. That way it has a more vintage, grungy type feel to it. And now I'm taking just some of this tan calico fabric, making another little messy bow with some ribbon, and adding that little ornament in with it. And when I finish the rolling pin, I will tie it on there. To finish this one off, I needed to sand off the excess rice paper on the ends. I just used my little finger sander, and in a downward motion sanded all that off. And then I took some DIY paint in the color Little Black Dress and painted the handles. I distressed them, and then I gave everything another coat of sealer, tied that rag bow on, and this one's complete. This might be a favorite too. I love this Santa mug. He is so precious. So much for watching today's video. I hope you got lots of inspiration and you dig out all of them rolling pins you have in your stash and give them a makeover. Don't forget, if you need any paint or product to complete your upcycles, everything is available on susieonthefarm.com. And don't forget to follow my other channel. I'll see y'all again Sunday. Have a great day.